It was yesterday that I woke up, received the news that we had invaded Venezuela and kidnapped Nicolas Maduro. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not here to say that, oh, they shouldn't have, that Nicolas Maduro was some good guy. I'm not here to say that at all. The problem is Trump didn't get any approval for any of this. He just went out and did it. The problem with this as well is the fact that Trump, on the aftermath, went out and said that we're going to run Venezuela. Because Trump has always viewed it like this: we don't need them, they need us. You know, which is why he has put tariffs on like everything, because he's like, they, we have everything here in America. They need our money. We don't need them. And in reality, he's never really understood it at all. You know, we do need other countries. We've needed to work with the trade for a long time, but that's not what we're here to talk about. But Trump views it like this is showcasing America's strength because he's a bully. And Donald Trump has never fully been put in his place. You know, bully, you stand up to the bully. And a lot of times when you stand up to the bully will back down because you stood up to him and you put him in his place. Donald Trump has never been put in his place. Donald Trump is one who views this attack as a showcase of America's strength. I suppose that, should we applaud Russia for invading Ukraine then? Should we do that? Don't tell me that the two are not similar. That's quite similar. The problem you see is that Donald Trump is talking about going into Cuba. He talked about dropping bombs on Mexico, that he could do it. This is a very aggressive individual in Donald Trump. He would do it, should he want to. How's it going, buddy? It's a very aggressive individual who would do it because he's never faced accountability for any of his actions. Never. A little bit sick, a little bit frustrated, a little tired, but and I'm okay. Thanks for asking. But Donald Trump is, don't do that. 8-9, do a drinking stream. Hot water. There you go. Take a drink for freaking 2026 because of Trump. Fuck him. But let's go back to seriousness here. Go to sleep. It could do wonders. Had my sleep. Had a good night's sleep. Thanks. But I agree. Fuck Trump. Hell yeah. But Trump is already talking about going into invading other countries. And what am I doing? Talking about how Trump absolutely sucks and that he needs to be impeached because he is turning into Vladimir Putin. And not only that, he's turning into Mustache Man. I don't know if I can say the name without being censored by YouTube, so you'll have to know who I mean by the Mustache Man. And I know that people will think that I'm exaggerating, but you look at what's going on. Trump has been attacking, you know, the Latino community. He's been attacking people, no due process, going against our Constitution. And he didn't even bother to get an approval of declaration of war by Congress when he invaded Venezuela like he did yesterday. I'm not with anybody at all. If you hear any noise going on in the background, I'm parked at a gas station while I'm doing this here. So I apologize if there's any background noise. But Trump didn't get any of that. And now he's just looking to do more. And the problem here is that nobody has stood up to Trump. Nobody is standing up to him. And the problem is he's going to feel more empowered to do this again. He and Marco Rubio are talking about going into other countries already to repeat the same process because they look at what they did in Venezuela as a good thing. We went in, we bombed, and boom. Thank you, I appreciate that. We went in, we bombed, and we did good. On America, just that quick. This is not to be applauded. What this was more war crimes committed. This was an illegal action that was taken. And every single individual that was part of the bombing of Venezuela is going to be locked up. Except guess who won't be locked up? Probably Trump and his cronies. Do you want to know why? Because people don't stand up to them. But they need to be. I hope that you're being sarcastic about that one, Daniel. Fuck Trump. And not the good way. They're looking at this as a showcase of strength. And it's not. This was not a good thing to happen. Because it was illegal, unlawful. And Trump is looking to do more of these attacks. And the problem is that it's going to escalate into further aggression. Daniel, I'm not reading from you anymore. You can just get out if you want to. Trump is going to be more aggressive. And if he's not stopped, he's going to be the one who commits the actions that caused World War III to happen. And I know that people think that I'm fear-mongering. I'm not. Can I say 6-7? I just said it. Talk about the Cuban Missile Crisis. I don't think I've heard anything about that, so I can't really comment on that. I haven't looked up on anything about that. The number one thing that's been, really surrounding the news media right now has been about the whole Venezuela situation. Do you know what the Cold War was? Studied a little bit of it in school, but don't remember too much about it. But I'm here to talk about what's going on now. And look, Trump needs to be stopped here because this is going to be more aggressive. This is going to be bad. It is the same thing. I can't really comment because, maybe you know more than me about this situation, about the Cold War, but what Trump did is he's looking to escalate things to go into more other countries and invade. He and Marco Rubio are talking about it already, and we just saw on Saturday that we have a military that won't say no to Trump to do illegal orders. We just saw that. They do not care about the Constitution. They are going to go out of their way and invade. And that does not end well. That is not a good thing. And Donald Trump is not afraid of anything. And right now we need to make him afraid. We need Congress to seriously get together, both parties, Republican and Democrat, and they need to say that enough is enough about Donald Trump. That it's time to impeach him. This has gone on for far too long. He has done way too much, and he is just causing too much chaos in our own country.
He's hurt our reputation with our allies. What's so bad about Trump, Daniel? I can't change your mind, Daniel. I already know the type of person that you are, man. I'm sorry. If you can't see the damage of Trump right now, I don't think you ever will. I think for someone like you need to become homeless for you to actually feel the effects of Donald Trump. Raised our prices, raised our inflation, has caused us into war, has been, cuddle up with, Vladimir Putin. He's been more friendly to Putin than he has been with Zelensky right there. Literally did not follow order when he bombed Venezuela and kidnapped Nicolas Maduro. I'm not here to tell you that Nicolas Maduro was some good guy, but the way that Trump did it was not constitutional. It was not lawful. What he did was the wrong way of doing things. And that does not make it right. It was illegal. And now he's talking about doing more attacks on other countries, going after Greenland, talking about going after Canada before and making them a 51st state. He said he could just bomb Mexico because he wanted to. This is a guy who likes to threaten people left, right, center all the time. He likes the aggression. He likes the violence. And this is a guy who needs to be stopped. He needs to be impeached. Like, this is, if he's not impeached, like right now, we cannot wait for a midterm election to come to save us. It's got to be done now. He needs to get out. And I understand that people may think, look, but then we'd be stuck with J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance, I'm not saying he's any better, but there has to be accountability that is brought back to this country, because right now we don't have it. We don't have it. We have a dictator in Donald Trump right now, and that is not something that America is supposed to have. And I gave the Democrats far too much leeway in 2025. I said they don't have the impeachment power. I don't care. They don't have the votes. I don't care. They need to get an impeachment hearing or impeachment trial. I'm not sure which one it is. I have to figure out what the difference is. I'm going to go search Google after this to figure out what is the difference right there. If the impeachment hearing is about making a vote. Daniel, you can get out of here, man. I'm just saying, dude. Hey, Daniel, the more that you stay, I'm pretty sure that your comments help my video actually out. So you give me more engagement like this, bro. So just so you know, you actually help people when you leave your hateful comments. You actually help people make their videos get more popular. If you really want to be so pro-Trump, you should be getting out, because you actually help. You don't even realize that. You're not being a troll. You're not being funny. You're not doing anything to just piss me off. You're literally just looking so stupid. I'm just saying, just a little education to you, man. Fuck. Dumbass. Look, I gave the Democrats, back on topic. Sorry, I gave the Democrats too much leeway, and I said I understand that you don't have the votes for an impeachment there, but they need to put out an impeachment hearing or a trial again. Like I said, I'm gonna look that up. You know what the difference is, to know better, but they need to have one, even if they don't win, because Republicans won't vote on that side right there. It doesn't matter. We need to stand united right there to show, the American people that we are fully against Trump, and it's time to get him gone. That it is time to get him gone. And Republicans, if they truly care about this country like they try to pretend like they do, they'll join in. Even just a small handful might be enough to get him gone. Enough is enough with Trump. He needs to be stopped right now, because he is doing so much chaos, harm, and destruction, and we haven't even entered a full year of him, and he's talking about ruling over more land. like he's fucking Vladimir Putin. Like he's freaking Mustache Man. Donald Trump needs to get gone. It is not. Congress needs to stop him. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Gavin Newsom, really. But I don't know if it would help to calling in to congressmen and women. It didn't really help when they were voting on the big ugly bill. I don't know. I really don't see how calling in can actually help to them. If you want to make that call to call your congressmen and women, you can do so. But this is a decision that needs to be had in Congress, that they need to have these discussions. I don't know where they need to go. They need to go into some closed office room where there's no security or something like that, no hidden cameras, no microphones. I don't know what they need to do. But they need to have the discussion right now. Democrats need to be talking to the other side and really telling Republicans, this has got to be stopped. We shouldn't have to wait until the midterms. You guys can help fix this right now. Work with us on this. And again, my personal opinion, just have the impeachment and let Republicans show that we really don't fucking care what Trump does. They're already proving it right now. But this monster needs to be stopped. Donald Trump is a monster. He is evil, and he's looking to take over more land because he is not even satisfied with just running the United States of America. Now he wants to target more. How much more could you ever need? Because this guy never knows when enough is enough. Greed is a hell of a drug, and it never knows when it is full. Donald Trump never knows when to stop. So somebody has to stop him. Hopefully soon enough. We should not have to wait for a midterm election for the Democrats to win and then impeach him. It shouldn't have to take that long. This man has done too much harm, chaos, and destruction. He has been disrespecting our rule of law and our Constitution long enough. And it is time that people take the stand against him. That is all I've got to say. Thank you very much, and hope you have a good rest of your day.